Jack Palance was born Vladimir Palaniuk in 1919 in Pennsylvania, the son of Ukrainian immigrant parents who worked tirelessly in the coal mining communities of the region. His early life was defined by physical labor, modest means, and a strong sense of responsibility toward family. Working in the mines at a young age left a lasting impression on him, giving him a grounded perspective and a resilience that later became visible in his acting style. Before Hollywood ever entered the picture, Palance focused on education and athletics, earning a football scholarship and briefly pursuing sports before injuries redirected his path. His upbringing was not glamorous, yet it was rich with lessons about endurance and humility. These early experiences forged the quiet intensity and authenticity audiences would later recognize on screen, making his performances feel lived in rather than performed. Service, setbacks, and a new direction. World events soon played a role in shaping Palance's journey. During World War II, he joined the United States Army Air Forces, serving as a bomber pilot. A training accident left him with serious injuries that required medical treatment and recovery, an experience that added depth to his already determined outlook on life. Rather than allowing hardship to define him, Palance used the period after his service to reconsider his future. He enrolled in drama studies and discovered a genuine passion for performance. Theatre became a space where discipline and emotion could meet, and he approached acting with the same focus he once applied to sports and military duty. This transition was not instant fame, but steady growth, marked by auditions, stage work, and learning the craft step by step. The blend of adversity and perseverance became a recurring theme throughout his life and career. Finding his place on stage and screen, Palance's early years in entertainment were rooted in live theatre and the emerging medium of television. These platforms allowed him to develop a commanding presence and refine his voice, posture, and emotional control. His film breakthrough arrived in the early 1950s when audiences began to notice the powerful stillness he could bring to a scene. Roles in suspense dramas and westerns revealed his talent for portraying complex characters who carried both strength and vulnerability. He quickly became known for performances that felt intense without being exaggerated, drawing viewers in through subtle expression rather than loud gestures. Recognition followed in the form of award nominations and critical praise, but what truly set him apart was his commitment to authenticity. Even in fictional worlds, Palance conveyed a sense of realism that suggested lived experience behind every glance and line of dialogue. A career built on versatility and presence. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Palance established himself as an actor capable of moving across genres with ease. He appeared in thrillers, war dramas, and westerns, often portraying morally layered characters rather than simple heroes or villains. His tall frame, distinctive voice, and calm intensity made him memorable even in supporting roles. Yet behind the imposing screen image was a performer attentive to nuance and emotional detail. He did not rely solely on physical presence. He studied scripts carefully and sought roles that offered psychological depth. This approach earned him respect from directors and audiences alike. Rather than chasing trends, Palance built a steady career grounded in consistency and professionalism. His willingness to explore international productions also broadened his artistic range, showing that his appeal extended beyond Hollywood and resonated with viewers across different cultures and storytelling traditions. A resurgence that introduced him to new generations. Later in life, Palance experienced a remarkable resurgence that reminded the public of his enduring talent. Appearances in high-profile films and a memorable role in a popular comedy brought him back into mainstream attention. His Academy Award win in his 70s was celebrated not only as recognition for a single performance, but as acknowledgement of decades of dedication to the craft. During his acceptance moment, his blend of humor and humility revealed a lighter side that many audiences had not previously seen. This period demonstrated that longevity in entertainment often comes from adaptability and openness to new opportunities. Younger viewers discovered him for the first time, while longtime admirers appreciated seeing his work honored on a global stage. The resurgence served as proof that genuine artistry does not fade with age. Instead, it can deepen and become even more meaningful over time. Life away from the spotlight. Despite his public career, Palance valued privacy and often sought peace away from busy film sets. He spent much of his later life in rural California, surrounded by open landscapes that offered quiet reflection. There, he devoted time to personal interests such as painting, poetry, and ranching. These pursuits revealed a thoughtful and creative dimension that contrasted with the stern characters he frequently portrayed. Friends described him as introspective and appreciative of nature, someone who found balance through artistic expression outside cinema. Living away from constant attention allowed him to reconnect with simpler routines and personal passions. This choice reflected a consistent theme in his life: the desire to remain grounded despite fame. His off-screen interests enriched his perspective and subtly influenced the emotional depth he brought to later performances, proving that creativity often flourishes in moments of stillness. Family, relationships, and personal growth. Palance's personal life, like that of many public figures, included periods of joy, challenge, and change. He married, raised children, and maintained close bonds with family members who occasionally stepped into the entertainment world themselves. Those who knew him privately often spoke of his loyalty and protective nature, qualities that contrasted with the stern personas he portrayed on screen. Over the years, he experienced both partnership and separation, learning to navigate life's transitions with quiet resilience. Rather than living entirely in the public eye, he chose to keep much of his family life personal, allowing relationships to grow without constant scrutiny. This balance between career and home shaped his later outlook, emphasizing appreciation for meaningful connections over celebrity attention. His journey illustrates that even individuals known for powerful public images continue evolving through personal experiences that influence their character and perspective. Artistic expression beyond acting. Beyond film and television, Palance nurtured a strong passion for visual art and writing. Painting landscapes became a meditative practice, and he often paired his artwork with original poetry, blending imagery with introspection. These creative outlets allowed him to express emotions and reflections that differed from scripted roles. In the mid-1990s, he published a collection of poems, offering readers a glimpse into his contemplative side. His artistic pursuits highlighted sensitivity and imagination that audiences rarely associated with his rugged on-screen presence. He also developed a deep appreciation for rural life and agriculture, spending time caring for animals and land. These experiences influenced personal choices and reflected a compassionate awareness of the world around him. Through art and writing, Palance demonstrated that creativity is not confined to a single medium. It can expand into multiple forms, each revealing new layers of personality. Professional differences and industry perspectives. Like many actors of his era, Palance encountered colleagues whose working styles and personalities differed from his own. Reports over the years have suggested that he occasionally found certain professional environments challenging, particularly when artistic philosophies did not align. Such differences were not unusual in a competitive industry where diverse backgrounds and temperaments met under intense production schedules. Rather than focusing on personal disputes, many observers view these stories as reflections of broader contrasts in acting approaches and studio culture at the time. Palance himself often emphasized authenticity and discipline, values shaped by his early life and training. The entertainment world of the mid-20th century was evolving rapidly, and disagreements sometimes emerged as artists navigated changing expectations. These moments, rather than defining his legacy, illustrate how creative collaboration can involve both harmony and tension while still producing memorable cinematic results. A lasting legacy of strength and sensitivity. Jack Palance passed away in 2006 at the age of 87, leaving behind a body of work that continues to resonate with audiences. Memorials honoring his life reflected both his cinematic achievements and his enduring connection to his cultural roots. What remains most striking about his legacy is the balance between strength and sensitivity that defined him. On screen, he often embodied determination and authority, yet off-screen he pursued art, poetry, and quiet living with equal dedication. His career demonstrates that endurance in the arts is built not only on talent, but also on adaptability, humility, and continual growth. Generations of viewers remember him not merely for individual roles, but for the authenticity he brought to every performance. In the end, Palance's story is one of transformation, from humble beginnings to international recognition, guided by perseverance, creativity, and a deeply human spirit.